this time, and we've got Spirit Breaker back into the mix. Jenkins, well, I asked you in the last game when we had Enigma and we had some weird things showing up. What's your thoughts this time around with now Spirit Breaker back in the mix, Beastmaster coming through, and an Enigma?
I'm excited, but I will hold that thought because there's a 5-man smoke. They see it, though. They walked right into the ward that RMN placed. Well, that's cool. That's a nice ward. And it's dewarded. I see. Just like that. Taunts on it a little bit first. Yeah, baby.
Oh, there it is.
Hell yeah, I got to get that BM action in. I mean, it's a weird drafts. Cool drafts. I'm very excited. Like, we've Darkseer mid. That's interesting. Enigma 5. That's interesting. GH on Coddle. That's one of his classic heroes. Mind Control on Dragonite. I hate to say it, but that's one of his classic heroes at this point, too. I feel like Nigma, they were the team that invented this DK offlane thing. 9 on the Spirit Breaker. We haven't seen that in a long time. Skeeter on CK. That's, like, arguably his best hero that's currently strong. Lots of good stuff to look out for.
But ends up being a stun. RMN in some trouble trying to run and not be first blood, but that's impossible. Skeeter gets the kill on RMN. They take first blood already.
Yeah, and as of course we all know, in the Spirit Breaker versus Darkseer mid lane, it's very important that Darkseer does not go. I'm just kidding. Nobody has any idea who's supposed to win this goddamn lane. Probably Darkseer, I would imagine. He's against a melee hero, but who knows? I mean, anybody who says that they've seen this before is lying. This is a very strange one indeed for the mid lane.
I've seen this before.
Oh,
look at this! Look at the BM. Right on the ward.
We get disgusting.
Great replay. I'm so down for the timeline of living in just BM replays.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
As long as BM doesn't stand for Beastmaster, because that's a boring hero that's in this game. And Dragon Knight on the other side, both offlaners, very interesting indeed. They have auras.
Very exciting. Few heroes.
Yeah. But Nigma though Enigma's actually playing down here. Kuroki on Enigma, he's down here. They're running a position, well, a Coddle top for Enigma Galaxy with the PA. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. At some point, I think GH, just naturally, of course, with the Illuminate, you just get more farm.
I also think that you probably want to play a more passive lane anyway when you have a DK and there's like nothing really to set up for. Like, I don't feel like you're really going to kill a Pugna plus a CK that easily with like a Coddle DK. The Coddle will probably just feed. So why not just like play the lane super passive and bring it back with the Eidolons? It actually makes a lot of sense to me.
You need to be careful that you don't give up too much gold on these Eidolons, especially on CK. All of a sudden, you have 2 levels in the stun or something like that, and you can get kills really quickly. Just having the 1-in-1 is enough. Snaking on the last right click was able to kill off Mind Control, and this is the point in the game where you're able to kind of take advantage of the low level, high damage, right? Like, DK gets much more stable in the lane as time goes on with that Dragon's Blood and everything, so you can get some kills early and slow him down. This is gonna be the best point in time to do so.
And I mean, speaking of laning, like I'm thinking more about this Enigma offlane, and it's more and more interesting because I remember there was a while there where Enigma was picked as a Beastmaster counter because you eat the boar, and 33 leveled up Wild Axes. So it's like in anticipation for this, Kuroki goes to the bot lane, even though he hard counters the top lane, and instead they put the Coddle up there, who's like generally just going to be better against like, you know, generic any lanes because Illuminate is just such a big high damage nuke. There's some mind games going on in this game with the laning phase at least. And the picks.
Went to a second level in the Wild Axes as well, so maybe even anticipating the rotation to come eventually, but he's not taking the board. Bushwhack landing. Big AoE, and he will get him with the Wild Axes. Bushwhack, to me, feels like one of those more broken abilities, and Snaking bottom getting Kuroki. So 4-0 already in the favor of Tundra as they land another bushwhack. And Saksa with the finishing acorn shot will get the kill on a GH. So 5 kills across the board for Tundra.
Although 33, I think he will go down to Miracle. Yeah, that's just a slow and steady. PA with the Orb of Venom Blightstone. Very powerful. Great slow motion recap of that pathetic death of the old man on the horse.
Did ultimately end up taking 1 point into the Call of the Wild.
Yeah, now that the laning stage is ending, I think maxing that out for when you pick up the Dom creep definitely makes sense.
Well, again, bushwhack, axes, Miracle in trouble. The acorn shot bouncing around. 2 seconds till the axes. Throwing them, not landing onto the Phantom Assassin, but that salve doesn't last long for Miracle. And he'll go back the other way, trying to kill Saksa, but the bushwhack again. Saksa surviving the Fairy Fire. GH with the Illuminate will get the kill, but 33 is kind of happy with this. Solo experience for him.
Welcome to the food chain.
Cool mind
This lane
games going
is
on.
tough.
Yeah, this is like awesome laning. I love to see this stuff. Like, there's a lot going on. Like, you could see that Saksa was holding the bushwhack because if he uses it when Miracle uses Blur, he's actually going to miss the bushwhack. So he was holding it for the whole duration. And 33, just the places that he's throwing the axes, you can see that even when he misses, he like knows where Miracle's going to juke to.
Miracle is getting charged, and the charge stops early. But if 9 stays here and they do end up getting the charge and killing off Miracle again, he just TP'd. It would be a long walk back, and his lane would be in a lot of trouble. So 9 going to show himself, goes to the ult to start. They brought Kuroki over, Malefice, and 9 actually getting turned on to the point where he might just die.
Maybe.
Fairy Fire, Illuminate, GH gets the kill. 33 still in really far. Will be hit with that solar bind, and I hope you don't like movement speed because you won't have any of it by the time the solar bind gets on the back end. And all of a sudden, they give 2 kills right back, both of which go to GH.
Nice rotation from Kuro to be there, but I can't help but feel that that was a bit of a blunder from 9 diving in deep like that, because, you know, you're dying to like a level 5 PA and 2 level 4 supports as the mid laner with the level 6 owning Beastmaster too. You know, that's not really a situation that I think you're supposed to die in unless you dive the tower like that. So bit of throwing action from him, but you know, they still have a gold lead. They're still chilling on Tundra.
You were talking about it, and this isn't exactly the same scenario, but that felt like a forced smoke play, something we talked about last game. Obviously, he's not smoked in that situation, but it felt like I'm here top. If we can do this, it's a big, like, it's high risk, high reward to kill the Phantom Assassin back to back like that. But the positioning and then having Kuroki come over, it just felt like it was very forced from Tundra, especially 33's positioning afterwards as 9 this time goes around and gets RMN instead.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely forced. I can see the need to feel like you want to force that. Your Beastmaster's doing very well. You're a mid Spirit Breaker. You don't really want to lane against a Darkseer. However, you are okay with killing a mid Darkseer when you're running at him with your supports.
Yeah.
This is the sort of action you're looking to get into with an SB. You get that early level 6 and you just, you know, run around murdering people with, you know, anybody else that wants to do murder. That is ideal. And he's charging Mind Control now, so I'm not sure if they can kill him. Oh, they probably can. Skeeter's huge.
Another blast, and trying to TP out the charges in, and Mind Control will fall to Snake
Mind Control has 2 bracers and Dragon's Blood level 3, and he melted. Orbit Corrosion on CK seems pretty decent. Against DK especially. I really like that build from Skeeter.
Bushwick top. Hot GH. Not gonna get the kill though. I was looking at, he's got level 2 in the Reality Rift too, so he's doing the minus armor with that, and has the orb corrosion, so it's just like so much minus armor in this DK.
Minus 8.
Out. Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have the minus armor, just the like the slower time on the DK, like obviously he's gonna let you hit you. DK's tanky, but he's slow. So like you can get a lot of hits on him with the Orb of Corrosion slow. It's a really smart build. You don't often see this item on CK. You almost never see it.
going for next? Armlet, of course. See if he goes blink. I saw a couple of CKs go for blink dagger.
Casual windlace he has in his quick buy. He thinks it's that important that he wants to quick buy it. That's interesting. I always love watching these hero spammers play like their favorite hero, because you see these interesting little like diversions from the regular builds where it's like in this game it works because there's a DK, right? But if he's playing against something else in the offlane, then maybe he just does the totally normal build, or like +1 item, -1 item. It's cool to see how, because this is how you like figure out how people think about their heroes.
Right.
Look at the little changes.
Miracle going down again, and this time it's to Snake King. Got into the jungle. They got the help from 9. He used that ult, and there's just nowhere for Phantom Assassin to go.
And 33 continuing to max out the axes as well. 4 points. Not going for the boar. Still doesn't feel like it gives enough value.
Charging in, they've got the wall down. Kuroki not level 6 yet. Snake King vacuumed back, killed off by Kuroki. That's a 4-time spree going his way. Sharpshooter breaks this Phantom Assassin. That's just starting to be thrown forward. A lot of heroes here for Nigma Galaxy.
With the axes, they actually have to be careful.
Yeah, the charge comes through. He's bounced back towards the tower. He's stunned up thanks to the bushwhack and mind controls. He's gonna fall. No more wall, and RMN on the run. Illuminate being charged up, thrown down the mid lane. So right clicks come out from Miracle. It's only a 1-second stun, but they'll have the charge to follow it up. And Miracle's dead again. They found themselves Kuroki. I believe the bushwhack landed onto this Enigma. They try to pull him back. He's kind of fast to get away from the side of Tundra, but they have found their sights onto RMN, and they will drain him down of his life and finish off another one. This is Tundra just keeping lots of pressure on this Nigma side.
That fight went on for so long that Soxa had a second sharpshooter. Like, it started with sharpshooter, and then it ended with sharpshooter. Also, 33 with the Wildkin pushing back mind control. I mean, number one, that was awesome. Number two, I feel like the only time that I've seen this be useful is in this tournament that we've watched together. Like, up until this point, I've not seen people like effectively use the Wildkin pushback, but more and more, that's looking like a really strong creep.
Seems like the creeps are
Yeah, we get to watch it again. Hell yeah.
being pretty strong. Let's see it one more time. Yeah.
I mean, it really is like a mini pudge hook, except targeted. Like, surely that's good, right? It's just, yeah, it's just hard to micro, that's all.
Although we haven't really seen people struggle with it in terms of microing.
These are the best players in the world, though. You know, when you get to your pubs and all of a sudden that Wildkin's flailing around, it's like, it might be you going into the enemy team rather than, you know, vice versa.
Wall down, vacuum back on the 2, bushwhack, no target. They'll get the kill on a Snake King. They'll look for this CK. They finally get the black hole down, and they'll take out both heroes. GH on a killing spree.
This is why I love Enigma 5, by the way. It's just that you can like straight up just hold one guy, and it's totally worth it. And then also like the counters that you see to Enigma, like Beastmaster Roar and the Spirit Breaker ult, like having to use these things on a position 5 is a little bit more of a pain in the ass than when that hero is the win condition of the game, you know?
Right.
Like, Kuroki doesn't care if they kill him and he just gets a 1-second black hole off. He really doesn't care. He's a 5. So, like, he can just use it willy-nilly like that and just hope, you know, pray to Gabe and it doesn't get interrupted.
His job isn't exactly to get the full 5-man black hole.
No, definitely not. This feels like a good role for Enigma, if you can pull it off.
In the Galaxy, ooh, might have been spotted, and there's Snake King dropping down the ward. They go after this Darkseer first. They'll kill off RMN, maybe look towards the rest. They find Kuroki, they'll get a second. I think the Galaxy have kind of gotten out of harm's way, but a charge can still come. The dive is still possible, and that's what they were thinking about. They land the bushwhack, they'll get the life drain. Miracle taking a lot of damage, trying to get away from this fight as he's force staff back because of GH's new force staff that he just picked up, but that's not far enough away. Saksa getting the kill on a Miracle. Miracle has died 5 times already.
Yeah, this is some like controlled chaos from Tundra. Like, it looks crazy, these insane dives, but the way that they're comboing their spells and, like, you know, Saksa hitting these like super long range bushwhacks, it's like they're just catching Nigma Galaxy out to make these dives work. Even like the Reality Rift into Spirit Breaker charge is necessary, because I don't think you can Reality Rift into Chaos Bolt there. I think a PA will just blink away if you don't combo it like that. This is where the fight started. Wait, this was ages ago. This was ages ago. This was the previous fight to that one.
This is bottom when they got those.
There's the next one. There we go.
Let's start pretty far forward too.
They have no spells. I think that's what the Mr. Replayman is trying to tell us here, is that the 2 heroes that die are the 2 that use their spells. So Tundra feels like they can go on those 2 heroes because of the lack of spells, and then you have these dives that come in because they're able to hit these longer range spells, and then you see the Reality Rift fail here. Miracle could maybe blink away with the mana that he has if he doesn't get instantly charged, so they combo that, which lets you get the follow-up CK stun. Oh, here we go, more killing action. Very nice, he's dead. Don't know how that happened, but he definitely died, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, certainly dead and gone.
And the charge comes in. Miracle will be dying a 6th time here, it looks like.
Potentially, charge comes out. GH trying to save him. Sharpshooter just misses. And yeah, this is the right idea. Tundra now looking to get an Aegis in their hands. Why not?
You know what's sad? The Dragon Fireball now does more damage than Dragon Knight's Fireball. Does 85 DPS. The Dragon Knight Fireball does 75. Well, that's pathetic. I guess it is a real dragon, and he's only half dragon.
Yeah. Not a real dragon.
Just do half as much damage then.
Don't have to make it that bad. He's still ferocious.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Fire is fire after all, too.
It does burn. I can tell you that.
It does, yeah. I have experience with that.
I don't know if you've ever grabbed a hot pan before, but that'll do it.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
The excitement for getting Cinnabons out of the oven goes away real quickly when your hand is burnt to a crisp.
Those delectable Cinnabons, it's worth it.
Wink Dragon Tail comes through with
for
Saksa. Yeah, they want to go for this. They want to try and get the kill on the Hoodwink. The Life Drain is going to be enough. They've got the stun on a Miracle, but the Black Hole is immediately stopped. Miracle goes down. Aramin in trouble. 9 putting the focus on to this Darkseer. Hoping to get a bash out of this, but doesn't even need it. 3 heroes already dead on the side of Nigma Galaxy. GH bailing out, but not so lucky for Mind Control as he is forced to stay and die. And, well, Tundra again, controlled chaos as they take another victory in this fight.
One of the reasons that I love Nigma as a team is because they're always so willing to, at a deficit against an Aegis, still take a fight because they just think they can get the right pick. Unfortunately, Tundra just plays it pretty much perfectly, focusing the right targets and snaking, also keeping his boy alive at the start of that fight, just barely, making it so that initiation was botched from Nigma. So I like the fact that Nigma's willing to try for it, but also Tundra, they're just ready. They were just ready for it. Like, whatever bullshit Nigma was going to throw out at them, like, they were ready for it. Instant interrupt on the Black Hole, the save from snaking, they're ready every time.
Really, have just, it must feel bad if you're Nigma, right? Like, you think you're doing everything right. You've got what looks to be the proper initiation. That immediately gets screwed up because Snaking's keeping Saksa alive. The Black Hole gets stopped immediately in a position that it looks like it should land on. Everything is pretty rough.
Yeah, that's where you go back to the drawing board and you think, like, okay, we have to respect the fact that these guys are going to be in the right position to stop our initiations. Like, we're not just going to get a freebie on them because, like, you know, one guy's too far out of position. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to just blow up one guy right as, like, before the fight starts because he's a little bit out of position, and then all of a sudden it's a, you know, 5v4. If he buys back, they can get out, whatever, or they hit a black hole, they win the fight. Like, they're trying to do that, you know, blow up the one guy before the enemy team can react. But, like, no, Tundra is... They're together. Like, if Nigma wants to win this, they're going to have to wait the Aegis out. They're going to have to do it the boring way, because Tundra's not giving them an opening. Oh, God, Miracle. Oh, no.
Oh, gosh.
Does he have any evasion? I feel like he didn't evade anything there. I mean, it's only 20% at level 11, so... But still, Skeeter just... It's like there was no evasion.
RMN. Spotted with the Hawk. Axes, charge, life drain, and another kill.
Yeah, you definitely don't expect a Hawk to be there. That's right on the enemy side. Cool 33 to like send his Hawk scouting his own side of the map though. Because that is, like, if you're playing against good players, that is where the enemy team is going to farm. Because when you take over their side, like, where the hell else are they going to go? They're not going to sit in their base. That's a great way to lose Dota. Although that is what Nigma's doing right now, because, you know, they've been trapped there.
It's a little bit rough to go out there and try and make something happen, right? You're fighting into an Aegis. I'm trying to get that courier. Didn't have anything on it, but the Phantom Assassin's courier gets away.
He still does not have Battle Fury on PA. That is not a good sign. Like, not only does he need to get the Battle Fury, he needs, like, at least one more item after that. Maybe two. Like, maybe he needs the Deso after the BKB before they can fight. Never mind. They're smoking. Although... Nigma does this a lot. They smoke out to just establish vision somewhere when they're losing, so that way they can actually farm.
Smoke, but here's the TPs coming in. Saxa, a black hole preemptive on a 3, now 4. And Saxa goes down, 9 on the run. Snake King trying to survive. The damage is out on a Miracle. He still might fall, but he blinks over to the creeps. They've got a 4-second stun that lands on a mind control. They'll take out 1. So far, it's cost them 2. Now, Miracle falls, so that is well worth it. The charge coming in from 9, who ran out of the fight. The ult avoids the Illuminate, and they'll get the kill on a GH. Oh my God, Tundra every time. Kuroki gone, and RMN is next. A full team wipe. Tundra, how did they pull that off?
They just knew, man. They just knew that was happening. I mean, what a hole into VAC combo. That was really nice, but like Tundra, they're just too far ahead. They're too strong. 33 gets the BKB off. That definitely helps out too. 9 barely manages to escape. That definitely helps. The Skeeter, man, like Skeeter's too powerful. That's a DK he just bursted in 2 shots there. That ult from 9 was really nice. I mean, usually you don't see a Spirit Breaker doing anything too flashy, but in this case, we did see it. RMN goes in to help his buddy. Because, of course, he will be kicked off the team if he doesn't help Kuroki. That's how that goes. And ends up going down for it.
At last.
You gotta help the team captain, you know? That's the rule. SVG taught me that one.
I've never had a team captain before.
I've always picked last in gym class. I have to sit with the gym teacher. That's my captain.
You sure we can't just put the chair on the team? No, you have to pick Ben. All right. Ult down on a mind control. And meanwhile, the damage on a Kuroki to take out the Enigma. No buyback, but only did for 33 seconds at this point in the game. Not too long, but they are going to go onto the high ground and try and take the tier 3 mid.
Skeeter's got blink up. Looks like he's waiting. Yeah, there he goes.
Dumps in, Dragon Tail from mind control, but there's the charge from 9. Vacuum into the wall, but the only one hitting the wall was Skitter. They get the kill into mind control. He'll buy back immediately. Life drain on RMN. 4-second stun. Miracle jumping forward, trying to get the kill into Skitter. Will do so, but there's the charge and the kill on a Miracle. So he's gone for 50. bought back on mind control, and they're yet to do anything with it. But as I say that, fireball down, and still not enough to get Snake King, and they'll take him out. Jumped in well too far. Roki for the second time is gonna fall in this fight. And that was without him having to buy back into the fight.
So,
all GG.
Oh, GG. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Game 1.
It is about that time the GG was warranted. I feel like Miracle is just too far behind. The moment you see him, like, just trying to sneak out of base to just farm the Battle Fury, is like, you would hope at that point he's got some timing that he can fight around next. Like, it's like, oh, he's sneaking out of base to farm the BKB, then they can fight. But it's like, no, he's sneaking out of base to farm the Battle Fury so we can farm more. What is he going to farm? There's no farm. Tundra just read them like a book, man. I mean, that was awesome. That was awesome. The team fights were extremely well executed by them. And that's against a Darkseer Enigma. Not easy to do.
Yeah, it was very much calculated chaos, something that you brought up earlier in that game, and that is what brings Tundra to a victory. So do ultimately take game 1. They're 1 game away from going 2-0 and into the finals. So we'll see if Tundra can take 2-0 over Nigma, or if they'll bounce back like the previous series before it. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll take a quick